Hey guys, forgive the crazy hair look, but still in Jamaica, still super humid, so my hair is gonna be curly like this until we leave, which is Christmas Eve is when we're leaving. So coming to you live from Ocho Rios. If you missed my call on Tuesday, I'll show you my view from my room. There it is. This is where I've been working all week. Very nice to get up and be able to put in, an hour here and an hour there, sitting right here and looking out into that beautiful, beautiful water. Today we're gonna do some fun stuff. So I got all my work done earlier this morning and we are going into town to eat some jerk and go shopping. So I love to go into town when we're in Jamaica. We are going to talk today about posting in your group versus posting on your profile and how that looks different. So if you're using a VIP group, which I hope you are, if you're not using a VIP group or a group on Facebook for your customers and potential customers, I think that you should make that a priority for 2024 to start a Facebook group. You can use the tools and training in here. There's all sorts of other information that you can gather on, out there in the world and figure out how to put your group together. But certainly welcome to ask questions here, and I can help you with what I know. I'm not an expert, but I've grown my group to all the way up to 3,000 and then deleted down to about 1,200 again, and I can help you do the same. So when you're posting on your main page, it's going to be 80% lifestyle. So if you have a copy of my DMO, every single day I tell you exactly what to post. And the bolded suggestions are supposed to be a curious business. So if you look on my DMO every day under P for posting, it will tell you 3 or 4 ideas for a post. And that last one is bolded and should be your curious business post. So 2 to 3 times a day, you're gonna post your lifestyle, your engagement, your inspiration, your, whatever. And those are all listed on the DMO. And then 1 post a day should be curious business, FOMO, gratitude, something curious about your product, something curious about what the business has done before you. When I say curious, I mean you say it in a curious way. You don't say, I have this amazing whitening toothpaste and you need to buy it, it's on sale today. Like, you do not have that kind of language on your profile. If you do, it's not even going to go out to the feed. So if you are posting on your profile and no one's engaging or commenting, and you're doing the other parts of the DMO, the adding and the engaging, then the reason why you're not getting likes on your profile post is because of the wording that you're using or the images that you're using. So you need to change that up. On your main profile, you are not going to use images of the product without putting them next to a picture of you. So this is Facebook. On your profile, you need to have a face in every picture. That's why it's called Facebook. If you do a close-up of a body part, maybe a before and after of your waistline, if you're selling, something for health and wellness, Facebook doesn't even let those out onto the feed. So if you're going to do some sort of product looking post that looks like a product, like maybe you're holding the product, hold the product near your face and it will get out to the feed. If you're just holding the product like this, that's going nowhere on your profile. Just telling you right now. You can try it yourself and see if I'm right. Facebook does not prioritize those kinds of posts. They prioritize posts with faces. So if every single post you do on Facebook has somebody's face in it, you're gonna get more views. So if you wanna put a product post like that, do it next to a face or do it like this. If I post this, I'm gonna get 5 or 6 times the views and the comments and the reach than if I do this. And it's the same thing. So That's how you're going to post on your profile. On your profile, it needs to be super curious. Don't give away all the details about anything you're doing, because your plan is you want them to ask, what is that? Or I need to know more, or send me more information. Not because we're trying to be salesy or scammy, but because if you are not having a conversation with these people, they're not seeing your posts. So we want people to ask us about the product so that we can have a conversation in the comments and then direct message, so that Facebook will continue to push our posts into their feed for the next 3 to 5 days. If you put all the information in comments, or if you put all the information in description, they literally have no reason to comment on that post. They have no reason to interact with that post. They have no reason to reach out for more information, which means they're not going to see anything of yours for the next 3 to 5 days. So when you're creating a post on your personal profile, you need to be thinking, what would cause people to react to this? Would I react to this? Am I giving away too much information? Is it a post that's going to be prioritized into the feed? Why are you spending your time creating these posts if you're not going to really be thinking about how you can reach more people, and how that post can turn into your post being pushed into their feed for the next 3 to 5 days? That's the goal. That's the goal. So that's why we don't share all the information, so that they have to ask us. And when you're having a conversation with somebody in Messenger, like, take this for a trial run if you don't believe me. Pick a random person who you were friends with on Facebook who you've never talked to in direct messenger. Pick a random, somebody who you've never seen on your feed. Like, go into your alphabet, pick somebody who you're like, I've never seen a single one of their posts in my feed, and I've never had a conversation with them on Facebook. Go message them and say, hey, what's today? Thursday. Happy Thursday. I can't believe we have been friends and I have never stopped by to say hi. I just wanted to stop by and say Merry Christmas. Just do that. They do not even have to respond, okay? Really, they don't even have to see it, but seeing it and responding it's going to help. But then just keep track of how many of their posts you see in their feed. Now, you have to use somebody who's actually posting. So if this person hasn't posted since May, don't use them. Use somebody who's posting regularly, but who you have not seen in your feed. Go send them a direct message, comment on their post, go send them a direct message, and then watch how many posts you see in their feed. When you're seeing their stuff, they're seeing your stuff. Your goal is to see different people in your feed every single day, and if you use my DMO, you will, because I'm telling you where to interact with people every single day. So that's your profile. 80% needs to be you. And I give you those posts in the DMO. So you shouldn't be like, I don't know what to post on my profile. I literally hand it to you. If you don't have my DMO, text DMO to 404-436-0336, and you will get an automatic text. The reason I do it like that is because I cannot message you if you are not friends with me, and I'm not going to friend all of you people. So if you want it, get it from my autoresponder. Text DMO to 404-436-0336, and you will get my DMO sent straight to you, and it tells you what to do every single day, what to post every day, who to engage with, who to add, and who to reach out with every single day. Literally. You wake up on Tuesday, you're like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do for my business today. And if you do those things every single day, you will start to consistently have all the people you will ever need coming to you asking about your products and service. You will never have to send a cold message. You will never have to go spam somebody or tag somebody who doesn't want to be tagged. You only are having conversations with people who want what you have, and they are coming to you asking you for information, and you are making sales. You're recruiting, you're making sales, your business is growing. That's the daily activities. So if you want that, go get it. So that's profile, okay? Everything on my DMO is profile. That's what you need to do on your profile, okay? In group, you can use the same DMO in your group for posting, but you're gonna flip it. So 80% needs to be business, and only 20% needs to be about you and your lifestyle. So in my group, I don't really do lifestyle posts. I do some inspiration. I do a lot of engagement in my group, engagement posts. But my lifestyle posts are really lives. So I try to go live when I'm home. I go live in my group almost every day. I do like a get ready with me, and I just rattle on about my day, and I do use all my products. I link them below in case you want to know what I've used, but I just get ready, I talk about my day, I rant about my husband, my kids, whatever. It's a closed group, they're not in there, so I can chat. I ask a question, I let them know what specials are going on. Like, I just jabber on about my day as a live, and that's how they get to know, like, and trust me in my group. So that's how I do lifestyle in my group. But 80% is business, so I do 4 posts a day at least, and I schedule them according to when I have the most views that day, and you can find that in insights and engagement in your group. So go to group, click that little symbol up above, go into insights, go into engagement. It tells you every single day when your friends are active on your group, and it's different every couple of weeks. So when I'm scheduling my posts on a Sunday, I sit down, I write down all the days of the week. I write down when 4 days or 4 times that my people are most active, and then I schedule my posts during those times because I want to put my posts up in my group when people are mostly active in there, and Facebook tells you when that is, and it changes. So I look at it every Sunday when I'm scheduling groups for my post for my group. So in your group, you can be super salesy. You can say prices. You can say salesy words. You can say, you can use posts that are just you holding, like your hand holding the product or somebody else's hand holding the product. You can use, like pictures of product images that your company has given you. But what you need to do is you need to be cropping those. So if you're using like, ScentShare or some sort of Hootsuite or some sort of scheduling software, you can't just be like, I'm going to reuse these 10 posts that I used 3 months ago. You have to go in and you have to edit every one of those pictures, and you have to change up the wording. So my favorite way to do this is Chat GPT. There's tons of trainings that I've done on chat. You can just search Chat GPT and it'll pull it up probably in here. But I find like whatever post I've posted about that's gotten a lot of views, and I copy and paste that post into Chat GPT, and I say rewrite this post 10 times using information about this product, and I put in the product name, and it will go find the information about the product, and it will rewrite your post 10 ways, and now boom, you have 10 different ways to post about that product, and you're not reusing the words over and over again. And then take each one of your images and just crop it like a micrometer. It just needs to be barely cropped so that Facebook gives it a new meta tag so it looks like original content. And if you're using original content in every single post, you're going to get more views. Sometimes I'm busy and I can't do that, and I will just slap something up, change the words around a little bit and use the same post. But if your team is using boards, if your team is giving you like, here's your post for today, and they have 800 people on their team, and all of you guys use the same image 800 times, none of y'all are getting views. The first people who put it up might, and then after that's going down from there. So I love when teams are like trying to hand scripts and images and posts, use this, blah, 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 blah. But if you don't change it, change the words and crop the image, it's going nowhere. So when you go on Pinterest and you find like engagement posts or like images that you like and you want to use them on your Facebook page, some of you, I noticed that I can tell that these have been like screenshotted or definitely reused from a long time ago, because the image will be a little bit blurry, and you'll pop it up and think that it's great because you see it on somebody else's page. Once it's been reused a bunch, no one's seeing it. It doesn't even go out to the feed. Facebook wants you to create original content. And if you're using a picture that's been used 1,000 times, that's not original. If you're copying, pasting somebody else's words, also not original. So you're not going to get prioritized in the feed. Same way in your group. Your group posts are only going into the feed of the people you are interacting with who are in your group. So once a month, you need to have had a direct message conversation with each person in your group. So if you have a big group, like 1,000, maybe you do this once a quarter. But when I was building my group, before I got to 1,000 people in my group, every month I was direct messaging every single person in my group. And it does not have to be about a product and should not be. It's just like, hey, happy October. how are your plans this month? Or wanted to stop by and say hi. How's everything going? It looks like you bought something 4 months ago. Do you need a refill? Like whatever. Like you want to be directly messaging, because that's going to push your posts into their feed from your group. So just like you're interacting with people, so that DMO that I send you is what you do in your profile. So here's the funnel, you guys. Like you're always hearing about like create a funnel. This is the funnel. The funnel is the DMO. You send a friend request, they accept it, you message them, hey, thanks for accepting my friend request. I came across you in the dog group. I love your, wanted to follow you, or I love saying something like, I love you're posting such uplifting and motivating things on your Facebook page. I need more of that in my feed. Sometimes I'll say that. Send them a direct message. Now, because you direct messages them, they're seeing all your posts for the next few days. They're starting to interact with your posts. And then per the DMO, every single day you're doing something curiously related to your product or your business, and you're tagging your group in that post, and you're putting the invite to your group in the comments of that post, and then they're opting in to that group themselves. And then when they opt into the group, you have the questions. And I told you that, like, I think I did that training last week or the week before, like how to set your group up, how to do questions. You can ask ChatGPT, write me 3 questions for my Facebook group membership. But I really like to ask, how did you find my group? Who invited you? Do you have any, issues with, and if you're in skin, you talk about skin. If you're in health and wellness, talk about that. If you are selling activewear, you talk about that. Are you interested in a free product? Are you interested in a discount? Are you interested in making money on your Facebook page? Ask them, what do they want? And then you put those opt-in questions. So that's the funnel. The funnel starts with sending a friend request, developing a conversation with them on your profile, posting posts every day that these prospects would find interesting. And that's where knowing who your perfect prospect is. I did a training on that back in August. When they find that interesting, they will opt into your group where they'll start to interact more. That's the funnel. And then that's where you do the heavy selling. Okay, that's where you do this is on sale, buy 2, get 1 free. Who wants to know about it? That's when you start talking, you use your salesy lingo, you use your salesy posts, you use your salesy scripts. You should not be using any salesy wording scripts. I have that in the very first training I do. There are words that you cannot use on your public profile if you want that post to get out to the feed. So if you look, like for instance, use the word sale or comment, that post is going nowhere. It's going to be parked on your profile. But in groups, you can use those words, which is why we work from groups. So make sure that you know where you're posting. Make sure you know who you're talking to, and you're writing that post to speak to your perfect prospect. If you don't know who your perfect prospect is, you need to stop right here and go back. Who's your perfect prospect for that product? Who's your perfect prospect for that business? And we're going to talk a little bit more about that as we move into January, because we're going to do a lot of training on recruiting. So it's real important to know who your perfect prospect is for your business if you want to do some recruiting posts. So let me know down below if you're using a group, how many people are in your group. If you want me to look and do a group audit, I'm happy to do that. I'm actually doing a training today on how to drive more people to opt into your group and how to grow your group faster. So I'd love to share what I learned there. So let me know what you need with your group. Make sure you're using your group. Do not stop using your group because you're not getting as many views. None of us are getting as many views in our group anymore. And we're still working inside the groups because that's the only place that you can really sell.